This episode is brought to you by Jimmy John's. Jimmy John's toasted sandwiches are here. You can now toast any sandwich from your favorite section of the menu, like the Italian nightclub. Or you can try any of our 3 all-new toasted options: chicken, bacon, ranch, roast beef and cheddar, and the ultimate Italian. Drop by your nearest Jimmy John's to see what it's all about.
Welcome back, All the Smoke. Our next guest is one of the greatest tight ends of all time.
Mm-hmm.
He played on the team that used to smack the shit out of the Cowboys. Super Bowl champ, 2-time Pro Bowler. Welcome to the show, Vernon Davis.
Hey, say, man. I just want to say this. I'm glad my boy here, dog. But every time a football player is here, the Cowboys don't need to be in the introduction, bro.
They don't have to?
Damn.
They don't have to?
You're hurting enough.
Jack said he'd take a lot of heat from a lot of UCLA energy and 49er energy. 49ers is a team I grew up loving and to this day are my favorite team. And you, for a while, held down that tight end position. We actually seen each other yesterday. I just on some random shit. So the Sundance Festival, thrown by our brother Deion Taylor, and I found out some interesting news I didn't really know about you. So since retiring, you've been in nearly 30 TV projects and films, roughly?
Yeah, 30, somewhere around there. I don't really
So acting, directing, a little bit of both. I know you like to write. Like, where did that passion come from and that drive after?
So when I was playing in San Francisco, we have like off-season training, and I would sneak away, and I took this class at the Shelton Theater of Art downtown San Francisco, and from there, I think I felt like this love and this passion for film and television. After I retired in like 2020, I decided that I wanted to do film, focus on acting, producing, just everything that has to do with like filming in general. I didn't stop. I just put my foot on the gas and just kept going. I had a partner who had a script he wanted to create it. So we created it, we made it, sold it. And then after that, I just kept seeking opportunities and found myself just doing so many projects.
You worked with some really big names. I mean, Morgan Freeman, Bruce Willis, John Malkovich. I mean, what kind of, obviously a champion in your profession and an all-pro in your possession, but then you're going into another space and another craft and getting a chance to work with legendary actors. What was that like? And did you got any cool stories from either of those guys?
Yeah, I think it was dope, man. You know, I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of like, I was starstruck when I met Morgan Freeman. I grew up watching this dude, and to be able to share the screen with him,
right?
It was just amazing, man. But his work ethic at 80-something years old, it tells me why he is the way he is,
right?
Who he is. I mean, he was on set. He was asking questions like he just started. He was the first one on set, the last one to leave, and that really inspired me.
We got a chance to sit down with Ryan Coogler about a month ago, and he was just telling us, you know, as athletes, we have this innate ability to, you know, focus and be at the top of our craft. And if we're able to take that focus into another space with that same hard work and dedication, we were successful in it. Someone spoke on it on the panel we were on yesterday just about the dedication and getting those hours in. I mean, this is something you felt fully entrenched in since retiring. Is this kind of your second act, so to speak?
It's a true passion, desire, love that I have. It's kind of therapeutic for me to be able to tap into different characters, whether it's acting or writing or just telling a story in general. And you know, when you go through so much in life, you need that healing.
Yeah.
And that's what it does for me. I was actually having a conversation with Destry Spielberg. We have a movie coming out as well called Please Don't Feed the Children. And we was kind of just talking about some of these things as well not too long ago. It's just therapeutic, pretty much.
You're also a trained painter and a sculptor. With all these sculptures getting made for players and stuff these days, what's your opinion? You think you can do better?
You can do better?
AI shit was this big. D Wade looked like a little African baby. Like, I don't know, but we need some help. What's your opinion on that? You are the trained painter and sculptor, so we need your opinion on some of these statues.
All over the place, man.
They're all over the place.
Yeah.
But like, how did you get into that?
Well, just the
sculpting and painting.
That's crazy. Y'all know about that. I don't even really talk about that too much, but it started in school at University of Maryland. I took a class. I changed my major from criminal justice. You know, all the athletes take criminal justice. We don't know what the hell we want to do. So you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, so I was in criminal justice, and then I saw my teammates coming in with these canvases and sculptures, and I was like, damn, I want to do that. And I just changed my major.
And I saw D-Wade too try to justify this and said they worked on it.
He said he worked on it with him.
D-Wade, don't let him do that to you, bro. You deserve better than that, D-Wade. You my dog.
That's crazy.
You also obsessed with curling. the Olympic sport. Talk about that. How'd you get into that?
I was talking to my grandmother about that one. She was, when I was a kid, to kind of give you the backstory, when I was a kid, man, I was involved in so many different things, man, from soccer, baseball, basketball, football. I didn't start playing football until 10th grade.
Damn. Okay.
I was always playing basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Kevin Durant.
Of course.
You played with KD?
Played against him.
Oh, okay.
He was at Montrose Christian. I was at this public school called Dunbar.
Keep your thought, but what were those battles like?
Oh man, it was he and Patrick Ewing's son, Patrick Ewing. They were too good for us.
What was KD like in high school though? Just cold, same way?
Skinny, cold, shoot, very fundamental, and just he was just a hooper, man, since day one. Going back, my grandmother. I was just involved in so many different things, and I think what happened when I got drafted, you know, my true personality and like who I really was started to come out, and I just took a liking to so many different things. One of the writers in San Francisco came to me and she was like, "You should try curling," and I didn't know anything about curling. You know, I didn't know nothing about it, so I tried it. The USA team heard about it. They invited me to Vancouver.
Oh, that's dope.
And then from there, I was just with them all the way, and that's how I got involved.
Are you nice at it though?
I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm all right.
What? Okay, somebody, come on now.
Isn't that the one where they sweep the brush right in front of it and they slide the thing down? You got to land it in the area, right?
You know,
that's
I'm
it, right?
curling. This is all I know. I ain't never.
Exactly.
Ain't no ice in the hood.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I ain't know nothing about it. I ain't know nothing about curling, man. I was like, man, what that?
You think the DMV got the best hoopers?
There's a lot of talent come out of it, but I wouldn't say the best. Nah, I wouldn't say the best. Nah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of talent, though.
A lot of talent
though. Yeah.
We all got in a little trouble growing up.
Mm-hmm.
You got in a little trouble as well.
Yeah.
Did that help keep you straight, that experience?
I think my trouble started early, though. I mean, it was, for some reason, you know, I got arrested twice in 6th grade. And
you got to be doing something to get arrested in 6th grade twice.
I mean, you know,
I went to the principal's office a whole lot of times.
I was
didn't
on
get
probation
arrested.
in 6th grade.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. Yeah, see, you know what I'm talking about.
For what? For stealing cigarettes?
I was on probation. It was a kid that stayed behind my house, and we was just some dumb kids, and he was walking home. I just didn't like him, and I hit him in the eye. I had a lock on my hand, hit him in the eye.
Here we go.
And his mama brought him to my house afterwards and told my mama, and so they pressed charges on him, and they put him on probation. Drug test, all that. Yeah. Probation is probation. I don't give a fuck what age you is. It's probation.
You got in a little bit of trouble when you was younger?
Yeah, a little trouble. And then I started getting my life together, man. But it's, I commend y'all too. I mean, especially you for, being able to be in that environment, using an environment we both were, but we were able to change our focus and change our mindset and do something bigger and better. And I talk about this all the time. If we can be in that environment, a lot of times you probably get people who say, be careful who you hanging around. Don't let them in your space. Don't let them in your circle. They got this going on, but you got this going on. I think back, I said, you know where I came from? I was already in a space.
Everybody was in a space.
Out of it. I could be in any environment.
Yeah.
I'm gonna affect the people that are around me. They're not gonna affect me.
Yeah. Right. He had it in his house though. That was the difference. It was around me. It was in his house.
But I always felt like, and that's why I did grow up around drugs and violence, but I always felt like, similar to you, like it wasn't, and people could be around me doing it, but I knew it wasn't me. Mm-hmm. I mean, the only thing I ever wanted to do was smoke weed because I liked the smell when I was younger, and it stuck with me my whole life. But I didn't see a lot of shit happen around me where it was just, I ain't judging, do you? You know what I mean? But I could still be in that environment and still be myself and be fine. Yeah. And make it out, so.
You always been notorious for your work ethic. Is it true that you can catch tennis balls
out the
machine?
Yeah.
Jug machine?
Yeah, I got a tennis ball. I used to keep a tennis ball machine because I felt like hand-eye coordination was really important. So after practice, I would go in the garage and, kind of just catch with one hand and just kind of keep the hand-eye coordination.
That's crazy. Them jugs coming. That's dope.
Yeah.
What's this video? Oh, okay.
He's curling.
You know what, man? It's just it's interesting, man.
It's touch, huh?
I think anybody that get out there, I mean, like when I first saw it too, I was like, man, this is probably the craziest sport I've ever seen in my life. But actually being out there and just being it's kind of like it's like playing golf or anything else, something we not. You didn't grow up playing golf, right. You don't play it all the time, but just the joy of being out there. And once you like land that stone on that spot, it's kind of like you achieved something.
And you can have a bad day and then have one good toss and want to bring you back the next time.
Exactly.
What's more important, the people with the brooms at the end or your touch from letting it go?
I think they're both equally important because
Okay,
the broom,
all right.
what the broom does, it melts the ice. The ice is like pebbled.
Yeah.
So when you're doing that, you're speeding the stone up. It might be sliding too slow, but when you sweep, it speeds it up, and now you can carry it a lot further.
Okay, yeah.
So, high school teammates with legendary term man Josh Cribbs. What was it like as you guys are a combo in high school?
He was probably one of the most talented players I've ever seen. I mean, he played everything. He played safety. He played basketball for 3 years. He was actually one of the best players we had on the team. So basketball and football. Played quarterback. He could do it all. So just being around him and his energy was like really, it was
Was he
special.
same age or older than you?
2 years old.
So little brother, again, Pro Bowler, big brother did his thing. You take any credit for little bro doing his thing? What were the battles like when you guys were younger?
He was 4 years younger, so growing up, it wasn't really any competition because I was always older. There was a big gap. But I used to really put all I could in him to make sure that he was prepared and ready, to achieve greatness.
What are some of the tight ends you looked up to as you were coming up?
Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez.
All hoopers.
Yeah.
Hoopers.
Yeah.
And I looked up to T.O. T.O. was like, he was a wide receiver, but I still felt like he had something that I don't know, he's just very inspiring to me, the way he played the game.
How do you feel basketball helped you on the football field?
My ability to be able to get in and out of transitions.
Okay.
As a basket, I mean, you never really know how in shape you are until you play basketball.
Yeah.
That's a different kind of, just cardio, but just the mobility you need to be a great athlete. I feel like the best football players are basketball players.
So it was probably last year, but there was a big debate on would it be easier for a football player to hop into basketball or a basketball player to hop into football at the pro level? You've played both, obviously, pro and football. What do you think would be easier to do?
Basketball hopping into football.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of football player. Unless you like
You gotta be different.
You gotta be different.
There's some dudes out there with a lot of games.
I watched Travis Hunter. Hunter looked like he can.
It's some basketball players that feel like that about football too.
That they just think it's easy?
Man, motherfuckers, I know a lot of them motherfuckers soft. They couldn't go out there and get pushed down and face mask. One face mask, they're gonna be flopping and shit and doing like this. Man, look, every face mask.
Right.
Review.
You can't flop in football, can you?
Yeah, they'll try it.
Dylan.
Maryland football, 2003 to 05. Stayed home. What was your choice for doing that?
My grandmother raised me and my 6 siblings, so I wanted to stay home and kind of help.
Are you the oldest?
I'm the oldest, yeah.
Okay.
So I wanted to help her out and just be around in case she needed anything.
You was a super freak at the combine, 4.3 in the 40, 10-foot broad jump, 33 reps on the bench press.
Bro, you're just running
That's just
through
being
them
prepared.
numbers. Yeah, but bro, hold on. Yeah. You just run through them numbers like they're nothing, bro. A 4.38
40.
for what are you, 250, 260?
250 at the time.
250, crazy. 33 on the bench, 10-foot broad, like them numbers are off the chart. You also you was a
Thanos. What was your max bench?
I did 225 like 33 times. Yeah, it was.
What's your max though?
That's how I got my money. I think.
What's the max you ever did? Most you ever done on your
like
max?
435.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
He said that bench press got you paid, huh?
Not anymore. Those days over with. I just think about it.
Right. But what was that? I mean, you were at the peak of athleticism and strength and skill, boxed in a big ass body. It was fun.
Yeah, it was special. For some reason, I was able to like maintain my speed and just put on weight. And I just kept it. I've always been able to run. I just kept it for some reason. Wow.
Speak to how important it is to be a tight end that can catch and block.
Being a tight end that can do it all is very important because now they can utilize you in so many different spaces. You can line up out wide. I know when I was playing, I would line out about wide. I would get in the backfield. I would be at the point of attack on the line, and just it makes you very versatile, and it makes it instead of like when Antonio Gates was playing, not knocking his game or anything, but they would take him out whenever they needed like
a run,
big block, like a run. But when you got the whole package, you can just stay in.
Yeah. More opportunity to play.
Yeah. Give me your welcome to the NFL moment. Like, did a linebacker or D lineman ring your bell when you was looking at stars?
Yeah, I think John Lynch, he hit me so hard, man. I went to their sideline.
He said he went to their sideline.
John Lynch.
He said, I want to be on your team
That's
now.
one of them guys, too.
That's one of them guys, man. He hit me so hard, man.
That's
They
crazy.
went to the other ditch.
Yeah, I remember that day.
He said, I remember that day. Barely, but I remember it. Let's play a game. Build your perfect tight end. Who would you pick for blocking? And don't throw yourself in there whenever you feel fit.
I picked George Kittle for blocking.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Route running.
Antonio Gates.
Nice.
Speed.
Oh, I'm going to have to put me in.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, speed.
Hands.
Hands, I'm going to have to say Travis Kelce.
IQ.
IQ, Tony Gonzalez.
Physicality.
Shannon Sharp.
Oh, that's a hell of a list right there. God damn.
Great list.
2006, first round pick by the 49ers. So you, from the D.C. area, went to college there. What's your first impression coming all the way across the country to California?
I was like, man, this is far. I was like, man, this is far. But I was ready. I was just so excited to play with the team. And I was, I saw the houses in the hills. I was like, man, I got to get me one of them houses. And I was just motivated, man, by the environment, team, and just, just trying to, make a name for myself as far as sports goes.
Coach Singletary, legendary linebacker. Sometimes great players transition into coaching well. Sometimes they don't. I think there was mixed because I remember I was a huge fan at the time, and I always met the media. Some people loved him, some people hated him. Here's a viral clip of him calling you out.
No, you don't want me to go much further. Go right ahead. Ask the question. Vernon just, it was something that I told everybody at the very beginning of the week. I will not tolerate players that think it's about them when it's about the team. And we cannot make decisions that cost the team and then come off the sideline and it's nonchalant. No. You know what? This is how I believe, okay? I'm from the old school. I believe this. I would rather play with 10 people and just get penalized all the way until we got to do something else, rather than play with 11 when I know that right now that person is not sold out to be a part of this team. It is more about them than it is about the team. I cannot play with them, cannot win with them, cannot coach with them, can't do it. I want winners. I want people that want to win.
So when you see that, obviously taking yourself back to that moment, I mean, that's an attack, a public attack at that age, and then now being removed from the game for a while and being in your older age. Take us through both mindsets, seeing that, and take us through your mindset when you're hearing that as a player at the time.
Well, at the time, I was like, man, this dude throwing me under the bus. I was like, man, this is crazy. I was like, man, they about to get rid of me.
What year was that for you?
That was probably like year 3.
Okay.
Yeah. And now, being older version,
right,
of myself, and, just thinking back about it, I think it's something that I deserved. I'm elated to be able to have that happen to me, because I think it really helped put me in position to have a great career. So I'm just thankful for the moment and thankful for him, because after that, I mean, we had a great relationship.
Yeah, I mean, he wrote the forward note in your book.
Yeah.
I think you said something that's profound at the moment. I mean, obviously it takes time when you're older and you see it. At that moment, did it click in outside it, or was it first like, damn, fuck, he throwing me under the bus? Or from the rip, were you able to use it as motivation and kind of find your way?
No, I was just laying back. I was laying back. I was in the bed with my kid's mom, and it came on TV. I didn't know he did it. And I'm looking. I'm like, she looking at me. I'm looking at her. Like, who this son of a bitch think he is? And I was like, man, this is crazy, man. But it didn't hit me until like after we had a conversation, because I walked into his office. He was sitting there. I walked in and I was crying. He was crying. And he was like, son, you got the ability to be the best tight end in the league. You could change the game. I'm listening and I'm hearing, I'm like, man, damn. I think, if I do everything he tell me to do, I can possibly tap into some good stuff. So, I did. And that next year I went to the Pro Bowl, and I started to just become a dynamic player.
Bro, that's some 95s you rocking?
Yes, sir. Better late than never. Couldn't afford them in high school, but I can now.
How much they hit you for?
Couple hundred.
Let me check that out. I'm about to get those.
Whether you're hunting for the latest drops you may have missed or investing in the grails, StockX is where you need to be.
And they don't just do sneakers. We're talking about watches, collectibles, electronics. StockX got it all.
StockX gives you global access and transparent pricing. A marketplace that keeps it 100 every time. That's what StockX is bringing to the game.
Stay fresh with StockX.
This episode is brought to you by Boost Mobile.
Boost Mobile is now a legit nationwide 5G network. I know we stay joking, but let me take a second to put on my serious voice. Because this isn't a joking matter. Me personally, I would never joke about a 5G network that has invested billions in building 5G towers across the country.
Me neither.
Not even once.
Me neither.
Feel me?
Boost Mobile is now a legit nationwide 5G network and also provides coverage across 99% of America. Seriously. Visit boostmobile.com or your nearest Boost Mobile store for more information.
The Boost Mobile network, together with our roaming partners, covers 99% of the U.S. population. 5G speeds not available in all areas.
Tommy John's have changed the game. Their underwear are the most comfortable I've ever worn. They're silky soft, breathable, and lightweight. If you don't believe me, check the waistband. Ever since Tommy John has been sending me products, it's all I've been wearing. They're the true MVP in the underwear game. What are some of the problems that other underwear brands give you that Tommy John doesn't? These things let my balls breathe. And that's the most important thing. They hold them nice and tight, but they can also breathe. So get you some. Double down with comfort on Tommy John and get 25% off your first order right now at TommyJohn.com/smoke with the promo code SMOKE. Save 25% at TommyJohn.com/smoke. I'll see you there.
You ever had one of those moments when you want to elevate your night? Maybe it's a dinner with friends or a celebration that calls for something extra. That's where Grand Marnier comes in. You probably heard of it, but have you tried the signature drink? The Grand Margarita. It's the twist of a classic margarita. It has the smooth richness of Grand Marnier's cognac, and combined with orange liqueur, a bit of citrus, and just the right amount of sweetness. With a taste like that, it's perfect for any occasion. Whether you're chilling at the crib or out with friends, a Grand Marg remixes a regular cocktail into something extraordinary. Don't just settle for a good cocktail when you can have something grand. It's about making your next drink one to remember. So when you're making your next margarita, remix it and make it grand with Grand Marnier. Grand Marnier liqueur, 40% alcohol by volume, 80 proof. 2025 Campari America, New York, New York. Drink with style, drink responsibly.
Now, question, I feel like it's old. Like, as he said, I'm from the old school, and we all came up in the old school. Today, I feel like if that happens on any level, kids run, kids transfer, kids jump in the transfer portal. They try to change teams. What are your thoughts on just the movement in sports now? And I only ask because I felt like all the hard knocks we went through. One, we just saw yours. It gave us character. It gave us, resiliency. We learned a lot of lessons from shit like that. But I feel like nowadays, if there's any real pushback or coaches get in your face, cuss you, like they're gone. Kids are gone.
Yeah, I think players are soft now.
Mm-hmm.
I think they soft. When we were playing, we were Bay Area at the same time. But, during that time, it was hard coaching, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just everything was tough, hard. And nowadays, it ain't. I mean, even I look at my son sometimes, man, the way they move around and operate is just crazy to me.
They don't want to be held accountable for
Yeah,
nothing.
it's just crazy that the culture, it's just.
Do you think it's social media and the instant gratification with the showing on the highlight? You could lose the game and still have a mixtape or show your highlights and your team just got. Is it the social media play hand in it, or we worked our asses off so hard to give the kids the life we never had, so now maybe that plays a hand in it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's definitely the social media, how the way life has changed now. I mean, this, where we at now with everything. They just have. I think they have too much access to things that we didn't have a lot of access.
But we had to work for shit.
Yeah, we had to work. Yeah, it's just different, man. It's just a different way of living now.
And I hate to even sound like old people talking like this, but it's weird. Like there's a weird shift, and it's not that we're hating. It's just it was a different grind when we were coming up, and a different level of reward each step. You know what I mean? I couldn't imagine. We used to fuck around. Like, I remember we get our little Pell Grant checks at UCLA for like $2,500. You couldn't tell me shit. Like, I thought, you know, I ran Westwood. You know what I mean? But I couldn't imagine having $500,000, a couple $1 million at that age, like there with no guy. Like, I came from nothing. So that kind of freedom and money is scary for some of these kids. Because to me, it makes me think, you know, you let your foot off the gas a little bit now because you have what obviously we had to fight for and get in the pros. You have it now in college.
That's a good outlook. I mean, I don't think I would want what they have right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like you said, my goal was to make it pro and, you know, change the dynamic of my family. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's what my eyes on. I always said, and I told my brother, I said, I'm gonna do 3 years of college. You're gonna do 3 years of college. We're not doing 4 years.
We're out.
We're gonna be in and out. You know, that's what we did because we wanted to, we were just so hungry to just go after what we wanted, our goals.
Thoughts on college kids being 25, 26, 27-year-old now playing? Like, I don't mind if you're in college, but playing college sports at that age. What is your thoughts?
Yeah, that's different, man. You know, I guess a lot of it has to do with NIL, right? And it seems as if these colleges rather have an older guy than taking the guy out of high school.
But that's what college is supposed to be, right? College is supposed to be, you know, that next step. But to your point, the maturity and the experience of these kids that are damn near 30 years old with 2 kids, you know, like, do you take a 26-year-old that has played 4 years and redshirted 2 years over an 18-year-old?
Yeah.
Let's play fact or fiction, my brother. Is it true that Singletary wrote a diss track about you and performed it in front of the squad and then dropped the mic, like, dissed you?
Yeah, man, I don't know where y'all get all the information from, man. That's crazy. I ain't even.
Dylan.
Yeah, I think it was me and Crabtree, because me and Michael Crabtree was like, I don't know, something we did. I think we might have bumped heads, or it was something that happened. And he made a track about us. He freestyled it.
Was it whack?
I was about to say, is that shit weak?
It was pretty bad.
I knew it was weak.
Bad,
Fact or fiction? Singletary dropped his pants during a halftime speech and pointed at his butt to illustrate what he thought of y'all.
Yeah, he said we basically pulled our pants down and bent over.
Ooh,
we got whooped so bad.
Damn. Hey, Singletary wasn't on that
Boy,
shit.
that's 2 facts. That's 2 facts. Fact or fiction? Singletary built an actual hill at the 49ers headquarters to build character in 2008 and named it Pain. Is that true? He named it Pain.
Hey, Mike was on one, huh?
Is that true?
Yeah, I forgot what he named it, but he did build a hill, man. It was a man-made hill, man. We walked out one day with a damn hill outside.
He called it Pain, man.
Yeah.
Mike was a fool.
Oh, man.
Kaepernick becomes a starting quarterback midway through the 2012 season, taking Alex Smith's job. As a tight end, what's that adjustment like, going from something you're very accustomed to something new? Obviously, he was at the time was a run-first guy in the offense, so I'm sure your role in the offense changed a little bit.
You know, it's always good when you build chemistry with a quarterback. But to be able to, when that shifts and you have a change and now you got to work with somebody else, that can be extremely difficult. But for some reason, Kaepernick was able to come in and just, I mean, he hit the ground running. I mean,
literally.
Yeah, literally, and passing.
Mm-hmm.
So he was. It was a smooth transition, you know, going from one quarterback to another.
What was it like though? Because he's a mystery. You know what I mean? He's one of them quarterbacks that popped up on the scene and really did his thing. And then obviously we'll get into, you know, taking a knee later. But what was the aura about him? What kind of leader was he? What kind of worker, studier was he? What kind of player and dude was he?
He was good. I mean, Kaepernick was. He was just determined, man. He was so determined, man. I remember when he first came in, he just wanted to play. All he wanted to do was just play.
Still to this day.
Still to this day.
Real.
He just wanted to play. He would sit there and and in practice, he would just, man, he just went off in practice.
Oh, he would kill in practice?
Yeah, he was always killing it in practice. So then when he had the opportunity, when I think Alex Smith got a concussion, and then they just moved him right in.
They knew he was
from that. Yeah, Alex was good. Yeah, he was a good player. He at first he started off slow, and I guess that's because of, you know, all the different offensive coordinators he had. But yeah, Alex could play, Cap could play. But then there was this moment where, I don't know. it's like he hit a wall.
Cap?
Yeah, he hit a wall.
Mm.
How
far into it you feel like he hit a wall?
Like he had those first 2 years where he was just playing at a high level, and then something just happened. It's like he couldn't. I don't know. He wasn't the same Kaepernick anymore.
Really?
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It was crazy.
Let's say he wasn't seeing the game the same.
Yeah, it wasn't like. Yeah, it was just like his throws were off. And just everything was just off, man, about him. Everything, and then the team just like imploded from upper management to locker room. Everything it was crazy.
Jim Harbaugh takes over. What kind of experience was that, and what kind of coach is he?
Yeah, Harbaugh came in and just turned the whole program around. When he came in, we went to the playoffs instantly. That first year he was there. He was a great coach, man. He was everything that we needed. You know, his charisma, his attitude. I remember one time he came out and, you know, we thought we had a new quarterback. It was Harbaugh. He was suited. he was out there throwing with the practice squad, and he was just he's an interesting character, sure.
2012 Super Bowl, Niners versus the Ravens. I remember I was playing with the Clippers at the time. We were on the road, and we were all watching it in the hotel. First of all, the experience of being in your first Super Bowl, what was that like?
That was like a dream come true. You know, because the reason why we played this game is to win a championship, win a ring. So to be able to make it there was a true blessing, man. But it's always that bad taste you get in your mouth when you don't capitalize on the moment. And we did it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys were off to a great start in that first half. And then what was the explanation with the lights? Like, what the fuck happened?
I don't know, the power just went out.
Of the whole stadium?
Yeah, the whole stadium. But it worked in our favor because we were down, and then we just, for some reason, we came out of the locker room and we were on fire. We should have won that game, but it just wasn't our time.
What'd you learn from it?
I learned that I learned to appreciate every moment. You know, just appreciate the moment. Even if you win or lose, just appreciate it and always do your very best.
You went against a hell of a defense. Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Suggs. What was that Baltimore defense like?
They had a pretty good defense. Ray Lewis was on his way out the door because he wasn't the same Ray Lewis that he once was, but he could still play at a high level. I felt like they were good, but we definitely, you know, if you go back and look at that game, we did our thing as an offense. We showed up, started off slow, but we showed up. But that was they had a pretty good defense, even with Terrell Suggs playing the end of the line.
They was out there laying people out, wasn't they?
Yeah, I think, yeah. But we had some hitters on our
dogs
team
too. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we had. Deshaun Golston, Dante Whitner, who changed his name at the end of the season to Hittner.
John still work out at the gym with me.
Oh, he does?
Yeah.
Oh,
He changed his name to what?
He changed his last name to Hittner.
What?
Whitner to Hittner.
Oh, this dude. Yeah.
You got to be hitting to do
He was hitting
like
some.
that,
He
though.
was hitting. I mean, they was just laying the wood, man. To everybody.
And it's crazy because them dudes, Jack, when you see them dudes, they're not that big.
Yeah.
They're not that big. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Were you still playing when the rules started to transition a little bit to really protect the receivers? Or did you got all the old NFL?
I got most of the old. Well, no, because I retired in 2020, so you know the rules started to change a bit. You know, they started. To,
how much of an advantage was that for you with them? You know, taking certain areas they couldn't hit you in and that kind of stuff.
I don't know. I don't really think it changed too much because, you know, football was always going to be football. As long as you had those pads on, guys were
be hitting.
I mean, you can't stop a collision.
Yeah.
So you were still. I mean, that's when I retired. I had a concussion. That was my last concussion.
Oh, really?
That's why I ended up wearing glasses because of my last concussion. Yeah.
How many concussions do you think you have over your
6,
career?
7.
Do you feel the repercussions of the concussions to this day?
Other than wearing glasses, that's about it.
Okay, so no headaches, no issues like that.
Anxiety. I get anxiety now. Maybe that has something. To
Anything that has to be treated from those, or just stuff you outside of the glasses, just light stuff you could just deal with?
Just anxiety stuff. That's about it. Yeah.
Interesting. 2013 conference championship against the Legion of Boom Seahawks. I hated that team.
Yeah.
Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas. Outside of that team, where does their home crowd rank as far as tough environments to play in?
Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the greatest, 10.
They're that good, huh?
Yeah, you can't hear anything.
Really?
Yeah, we literally have to like come like if the huddle's like this,
Face mask.
we
It's
come
tighter.
like this.
Really?
It's
That loud.
yeah, it's that loud. Yeah,
That is dope.
yeah, it's crazy.
You guys had some legendary battles against them, man. What was it like going? I mean, those were your guys' rivals in the NFC West. What were those games like?
Very intense. Very intense. We did not like each other. You know, you ask Marshawn Lynch, he'll tell you anytime. We didn't like each other at all. And we knew that we had to play extremely hard in that game because those dudes were gonna bring it. I mean, that defense they had, oh man. You probably could compare that defense to what they had in Baltimore. Yeah, it was.
And y'all had to go the road to the championship ran through either Seattle or 49ers for a while.
Oh yeah, Cam Chancellor, Richard Sherman. They had some dudes over there.
2015, you get traded to Denver. 2 questions. What was your thoughts going to Denver? And as your first year of leaving San Francisco, that's when the kneeling stuff happens with Cap. What was your thoughts?
Yeah, so when I got traded. I didn't even know I was going to get traded, man. I had a pretty good game. I mean, I led the team in catches that game. And next thing you know, I wake up in the morning, the GM texts me, say, hey, come see me. I'm like, uh-oh. So I go in, he got some teams on the board. Denver's one of them. He's asking me. He's pretty much telling me that Denver's the best situation for me. I go to Denver, and, we ended up winning the Super Bowl that year back in Levi Stadium. And then all this stuff with Kaepernick was happening with the kneeling. And I just didn't to me, I didn't, it caught me by surprise. I never knew that was a mission for Cap. He never really showed any signs of him supporting any causes or anything like that. I did know that he was in a space where he wasn't the same Kaepernick. So when I was there, they did put Blaine Gabbert in.
That's right.
And then he pretty much took the back seat. And after that, I guess that's when all the stuff started to happen. Yeah.
How would you have handled the locker room views there with that going on?
Me, personally, I probably would have wanted to, I think it just causes a lot of, I think it's a great cause what he was supporting for sure. You know what I mean? Like, everything he's done has been
bigger than him.
Yeah, he's a major. He's a star from what he was doing. He sacrificed a lot. It's one of those things though where, if you got a career and you trying to become the best in the sport, you trying to win a championship. I think all that stuff becomes a distraction though. It's a great cause.
No, I get it.
It's something that we should all come together and see how can we make this better and bigger, right? But there's a time and place for it. But for me, I would want to probably get out of there and go to a team with the atmosphere of winning, focusing on winning a championship.
Focus. No, I respect that. I get that.
That's what I would want.
What was your thoughts going on with a great like Peyton Manning?
Oh man, he was
You run your numbers up, huh?
Man, he was different. That dude was different, man. He was a different type of guy. Playing with all the quarterbacks I played with, but watching him, he moved different, the way he operated. But the crazy part is that when there was a game, he threw like 4 or 5 interceptions. They took him out. Only reason why he got his job back is because the quarterback, Brock Osweiler. He started like tripping. He started messing up, like struggling. So they put Peyton back in. But if that wouldn't happen, Peyton wouldn't have got his job back.
This is during the season y'all won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
What was it like though? Obviously he's known for the audibles at the line and his work ethic.
Omaha.
He was a little bit older when you got him, but what can you see the brilliance? Yeah. Can you see the brilliance and remember the brilliance like it was yesterday?
Yeah. Yeah, he would take over the room. Like typically the offensive coordinator standing there going through the plays and things of that nature. But Peyton would be the guy up there.
Oh, really?
It was like he was the coach.
That's dope.
I've never really seen that out of a quarterback. So to be able to see that was really impressive to me. But it was a great ride.
Cam Newton against Peyton Manning, Super Bowl.
Cam was on fire during that time, but we.
That was his MVP year, right?
Yep.
Yeah. He was on fire. But
had a good defense.
I think he lacked the discipline You know, he was out there. He had his Superman shirt on, his shoes, flexing and stuff. Just look at me. Our team was just poised. That was the difference. We knew what we were gonna do. I mean, we had defensively, offensively, we had everything we needed. It was, I remember that day.
How does it feel finally getting that trophy?
Man, it's so hard to get there, man. I mean, some guys have played. Tequila Spikes was probably one of those guys who played for like 15, 16 years and never even went to a Super Bowl. So to be able to get that, to just be rewarded with that, man, it just says it all. I mean, like all the hard work, sweat, blood, sweat, and tears we put into like just being great and winning together. You know, that's it right there.
Culmination.
Yeah.
Man, big shout out to StockX. As I said before, I mean, the Twins have been blessed to get pretty much every single Kobe, but these ones came out a little early. So I asked them if they can hook up the Twins, and here's one of the pairs. I haven't even got a chance to see him up close. I just saw him on the site. Ooh, the Dodger blue. Shout out to my dog Mookie. Man, the Kobe Dodger edition. These are fire. You're welcome, Isaiah and Carter. Since we're talking Kobe's, let's do King of the Hill Kobe edition. What you got for me?
All right, first up is the Kobe 8, the What the pair. And going against it is the Kobe 5, Bruce Lee. Who wins here?
Just off the rip, the What the pair is probably what the young kids are really fooling with, but I'm old school, man, so I'm gonna go with the Bruce Lees, the Kobe 5s.
Cool, so Bruce Lee advances. So we got Bruce Lee versus the Kobe 6 Grinch.
I'm going the Kobe 6 Grinch because I was Kobe's teammate when this shoe came out, and I remember he gave everyone courtside for the Christmas game these shoes.
All right, so we got Kobe 6 Grinch advancing, and it's going up against the Kobe 11 Fade to Black.
Those are tough. I'm gonna go with the Grinches still.
All right, Grinch advances, going up against the Kobe 6 Think Pink.
I like the Think Pinks, and since we're in the spirit of the WNBA season just starting in women's basketball, I'm gonna go with the Kobe Think Pinks.
All right, Think Pink advances, going up against the Mambacita Sweet 16 Kobe 6.
I'm gonna have to go with the Mambacita Sweet 16s.
Mambacita versus the Kobe 6 Reverse Grinch.
We're gonna have to go with these Reverse Grinches.
All right, we got Reverse Grinch going up against the Kobe 5 Lakers Away.
Let's go with the Reverse Grinches.
The Reverse Grinches winning it all.
There you go. It's a good shoe. Shout out to StockX. Today's episode is brought to you by Venmo. Look, no matter how your team has done throughout the playoffs, there's still one way to feel like a winner, and that's with Venmo. That's because when you use Venmo and add $100 or more to your DraftKings account, you'll get an extra $30 in DraftKings bonus credits. Terms apply. Go to DraftKings.com/Venmo offer to activate your offer. Then choose Venmo to add funds to your DraftKings account. Add $100 or more, and boom, $30 in bonus credits will appear in your DraftKings account if you're eligible. The offer is only good through June 30th, 2025, or while supplies last. Make sure you move before the shot clock runs out. Here's the deal. Venmo makes it fast and easy to pay friends and spend at some of your favorite spots, like DraftKings, online, in-app, and in-store. If you don't have a Venmo account yet, don't sweat it. You can download the app and sign up in just minutes. So what are you waiting for? Just add $100 or more to your DraftKings account with Venmo, and you'll get $30 in DraftKings bonus credits. Go to DraftKings.com/Venmo offer and get those bonuses. The NBA playoffs are heating up. I don't know about y'all, but I've been glued to the TV watching these games. And when I'm watching these games, I've also been playing DraftKings Pick 6. For the playoffs, I've teamed up with DraftKings to bring you guys all closer to the action. All new players can play $5 and get $50 in bonus picks. Playing is easy. Just pick at least 2 players and pick if they have more or less of a stat. Download the Pick 6 app now. Use my promo code SMOKE when signing up. DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gino, although the Lakers are down, I hear you're still up.
Man, isn't that good news, though?
Yeah, I mean, at least you have a little bit to smile about.
Absolutely, man.
I mean, it's 10 in the morning and your phone hasn't stopped since you came in the office.
They loving me, bro. I can't tell you enough how much I thank Ro for putting me down with this.
So Rose just really changed your life.
Absolutely. Ro, you get it, man. You take it in 15 minutes.
How do you take it? Mouth?
You put it under your tongue, man.
It melts?
Yes, it does. It's like a
Evaporates.
lozenge.
Okay.
And it dissolves in 15 minutes, and you're ready to roll, man.
Well, I'm going to sign up today, Gino, because it seems like your life outside of your team, your life is going great.
Absolutely.
And I need the energy and the glow and the skin that Ro has provided for you.
I mean, I went from Unk back to Daddy out there. You know what I'm saying?
Unk
and we
back
going.
to Daddy.
You dig what I'm saying? If prescribed, new sexual health patients get $15 off your first order on a recurring plan. Connect with the provider at ro.co/smoke to find out if Ro Sparks are right for you. That's ro.co/smoke for $15 off your first order.
Who is Vernon outside of football?
I would say I'm creative. Very creative. I went from playing football to making music to acting, writing. I got an album. Y'all probably don't know this, but I don't really promote it like that. But I got an album that I did like about a year or two ago.
Oh, really? What do you
It's
do?
called Showtime.
You rap?
Yeah, I write rap.
Okay.
That's some rap music.
You and Jack might need to
I did
get on
something with I got some people on that. I got Young Dro on the track. I got
Bro, remember Joe used to be our mascot back in them Golden State days. Because we were in the Bay at the same time, right? Was your rookie 06? 2006 was your first year in San Francisco, right?
2006, yeah.
Yeah, so we definitely crossed paths.
Oh, definitely did.
You definitely crossed. Were you someone that went out? I don't remember seeing you out.
That should be. I saw
Did you?
Yeah, we saw
okay.
him. Yeah.
Yeah, see you. Yeah.
I was so high, Jack. Blame it on the weed, not
I
my
was
heart.
I was right there with you.
Yeah. I don't be
Yeah, I
remembering
used to be
shit.
out.
Yeah, out and about.
I was always out. Come on, man. You give
Yeah.
a 22-year-old millions of dollars. I'm always
come on,
saying.
man.
I used to go out and go straight to practice from being out.
But it was crazy because it was there would be spots where the Warriors, the Niners, and the Raiders would be in.
Yeah.
Man, we used to all be in the same
Yeah.
spot. Yeah.
And it was always love too.
Yeah.
It wasn't really no bullshit.
Nah. It's
Yeah.
like, damn,
It
there's
was
a lot of
always
teams
love.
together. Like,
right?
that's
All
crazy.
three teams,
Yeah.
egos, women everywhere. It was
Young,
oof,
BD, I see all them boys, all y'all boys out, man.
treed up.
oof, oof,
Right.
right? Quick hitters. First thing to come to mind, let us know your top 5 tight ends of all time.
Top 5 tight ends of all time. Man, I'm gonna have to give you Shannon Sharp, Tony Gonzalez, Rob Gronkowski.
Bro.
Now I'm gonna have to put Travis Kelce in there. Antonio Gates.
Nice. Solid 5.
Top 5.
One album you can listen to with no skips.
The Blueprint.
Oh,
Hove.
the Blueprint.
The Rock.
Was that 2000? What year was the Blueprint? 01? 02?
It's a while ago.
Yeah, I was in college. I remember that shit. Childhood crush.
Halle Berry.
Right. You too?
Halle Berry.
Is Brock Purdy?
Yeah.
Is Brock Purdy a franchise quarterback?
Shit, I need to see 1 or 2 more years out of him.
Yeah, on me.
Yeah.
Is Dak Prescott a franchise quarterback?
Man, come on, bro.
I can't ask a former player.
He ain't play for the Cowboys.
I mean, he's just a former player, though.
He played with Brock Purdy.
Yeah, but he's
For the
no, he
Canadians.
didn't.
He said for the Canadian League.
Canadians.
I don't do my boy like that, man.
Yeah, guilty pleasure. That's the guilty pleasure you got.
Guilty pleasure, man. God dang, man. I'm gonna say eating brownies, man.
Ooh, we got some brownies here.
Got some brownies up there. I wish they had some
freshly
weed in
made.
them. Wish they had some weed in them brownies.
I don't. I want to just be able to freely eat them. I don't want no weed in them.
Brownies, man. Yeah.
One guest you would like to see on our show.
But
You have to help us get your answer on the show.
One guest I'd like to see on the show.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I like to see. Y'all had Kevin Hart on here yet?
Yes.
Damn, I know he was funny as hell.
Oh my God.
I just did Cold as Balls.
you
how was
did?
that? He's a fool. But he's naturally like a fool.
Man, he's a fool.
It's like not
He
an
had me
act.
laughing the whole time.
Yeah,
man.
he's just like burnt. He's really burnt out.
Man, I know y'all was having a roll at
Oh,
ball.
he's
here.
funny, man.
Man, he's so funny, man. Well, I'm about to give you some Michael B. Jordan.
Ooh, we've been
Okay.
trying to get
Yeah,
on
'cause
Michael.
Kevin
B.
Hart shot
Oh, Ryan Coogler.
We just had Ryan.
Just have Ryan.
You had Ryan on here?
Yeah.
Damn, y'all, dang.
Kevin Hart shot my acting dreams down.
I mean, it's the truth.
Don't tell him what I got going on now.
What you
Yeah,
got?
he acts a little bit. He's
D.
been acting a little
So
bit.
keep
Yeah.
me in mind.
Nice.
Yeah, you gotta get Michael B on here now.
Yeah, Michael B's dope.
Yeah, get Michael
Did
B
he,
on
Matt?
here.
Yeah. Oh, you act? Oh, cool.
Yeah, cool.
Cool.
Like,
All
damn,
right,
Kev.
Good.
Like, damn, Kev.
Well, Vernon, man, we appreciate your time. Obviously, he's a huge fan of your body of work on the field, and it's dope to learn, how interesting off the field you are, man. So continued success in all the spaces you are in, and man, best of luck, bro.
Yeah, appreciate you, babe.
Yeah, no
Appreciate
doubt.
you, man. Yeah.
That's a wrap. Vernon Davis. You can catch us on all the Smoke Productions YouTube and the DraftKings Network. We'll see y'all next week.